Alrighty. Hello. Incredible greetings. This is more so for the people watching the playback of this because we're not technically like really live, or no one's watching yet. As soon as we go live, we gotta wait for people to jump on. So my hello, how you doing is for everyone that's joining the replay. Okay, y'all, this is for y'all. Until we get some folk on the actual live video. This will be a live broadcast. And we're going to do a little demo on some towels of mixed media. Um, okay, sorry about that. The little one was at my door. So we are going to do some mixed media. I didn't want to necessarily use a shirt for this, so I'm going to just put it on some towels. Is it ideal to really have holographic and glitter on a towel? Not really, but it's my prerogative. I can do what I want to do. It's my prerogative. Um, so yeah, we're gonna do some mixed media on um do some mixed media on a towel, sublimation, and then glitter HTV and some holographic. So I'm going to show two different methods for this. All right. So let's me go ahead and get this all shared out. Get this all shared out. Share to a group. I don't know if this is going to work because I technically did add everyone earlier today, I think. But we're going to do it. We're going to try it anyway. I showed my HBCU shirt, like HBCU Pride. It was the Rattler shirt, and it had glitter. That's one of my favorite shirts that I've made. This more so for the design, but I do like the fact that like the glitter and stuff is on there, and there was some interest about that. So I figured let's go ahead and do it. Now, originally I was going to do some sublimation, some silhouette work with this and like actually show the process of cutting it out with the machine. But then I got a phone call and I wanted to already have this done. I'm already technically late in the time that I wanted to do this. So I had already cut everything out and I did leave the glitter one. So I mean, if you've never done HTV, you'll see the weeding process of that. But yeah, we're not doing any any Silhouette Studio and like really being able to see the Silhouette Studio stuff today. You're just gonna see the sublimation and mixed media process. All right. So, hello. Incredible greetings once again. Welcome to, on YouTube, we're on Honestly Speaking. Over on Facebook, we are on Honestly Speaking, as well as Shakia Lavelle's page. I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. We carry the absolute best sublimation paper and ink. That's what we're going to use tonight. Honestly Speaking sublimation paper. We have, I don't remember, I think this, I got this, I think from Florida Flex because it's a small piece. Either Florida Flex or did Econo Transfer send me this? So when we get to this part, y'all, I really don't remember where I got this holographic vinyl from. I know that the white glitter HTV though, that is definitely from Seazall. Actually, is this Caesar? Yeah, this one's Caesar. So we're gonna do, and this is like just a snow white when it's not the rainbow. I prefer the rainbow white, but I am out of that. I actually need to probably go tomorrow and buy me a new roll of the rainbow white one. This one is like the rainbow. You see how it has that, those like, you can see that iridescent and like you can kind of see those different colors. This one shimmers a lot more than the regular white one, but I don't have any more of those. So we're gonna make do with what we have. All right. But I am also a Silhouette Studio. I'm a Silhouette Cameo instructor. I have been teaching Silhouette Studio and Silhouette Cameo machines, or just the machines in general, for about 10 years. So if you are someone that is interested in learning more about designing in Silhouette Studio, or using the Cameo machines and how they operate, make sure that you follow us. We also have a YouTube channel called Silaholics Anonymous, so follow over there as well. Before we get started, we do ask that you guys, just follow the instructions on the screen. Say hello. Let us know who's watching, where you're watching from. Give the video a like, a share, tag a friend. Sharing is caring. That helps our platform. I don't mind sharing freely with you guys. This is not paid. I'm not asking you to drop anything in my Cash App. Although if you ever wanted to, you could. But this is just free game, free knowledge, just showing you something that I have done on shirts and got, a great response to how it looks on shirts. The only thing that I ask in return is engagement. Help my platform, move forward as well by sharing, liking, leaving a comment, subscribing. It's always a good time over here. Always great information. As some of you guys, y'all like that word gem. So we definitely drop some gems over here. And all we ask is that you just share, like, comment, and maybe tag a crafty friend or two. Okay. Have any of you guys, okay, so who here is currently doing sublimation already? Who is currently doing sublimation already? And while you guys are answering that, I'm going to go ahead and say hello to a few folk. Hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so very much for hopping on. Baltimore in the building. My Cameo 4 came today. Awesome. Hey, hey, hey. I'm also in Florida. I'm located in Miami Gardens, Florida. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for hopping on. Hello from Grand Rapids. Incredible greetings. So you are currently doing sublimation. Thank you for tagging Irene. Irene, get your butt over here, girl. I am doing sublimation. Ooh, thank you for tagging Neek James. Get in the room. Get in the room. Get in the room. Thank you for sharing. Atlanta's in the building. All right, so we have someone over here on TikTok that's currently doing sublimation. So I take it that everybody else would be brand new to sublimation. So this is going to be something new for you, and you haven't seen the sublimation process. Is that what I'm gathering? Thank you for joining us from Alabama. All right, so for those of you who has done sublimation, have you ever done mixed media? Have you ever mixed sublimation with HTV? Has anyone ever mixed sublimation with HTV? I need to sublimate some keychains and coasters tonight for the first time. Ooh, what kind of coasters? Are they MDF coasters? Are they ceramic coasters? Are they MDF keychains, the PVC keychains, or acrylic keychains? What kind of keychains and coasters are you doing tonight? I do sublimation, but I've been in a funk for months. Oh, that one, that can be a little bit tough, but when it comes to your machine or your printer, I know we're in the funk, but maybe try printing something from it so that when you are able to come out of it, because I've been there. I didn't want to do anything for weeks on end. But make sure that you're at least sending something to print. Especially if you have an EcoTank printer, it's a lot harder to get it back going. I'm not as worried all the times because I have a workforce printer and it's really easy to get it back going. Even if you let it sit for a while, I've purposely let mine sit for at least 4 to 6 weeks, and it's really easy to get it back going. So just try and print something. I tried. It was an epic fail to do a mixed media. Okay. I've been doing sublimation for a while. I have once MDF. Okay. I haven't mixed the two. So you're doing sublimation. All right. I think I may have. So by the time we get to the end of this, I'll try and maybe press something. It may not be a coaster, but I do believe I have some MDF. Now, I can't say that it will be the same results that you would get with our products. You have to know your paper. So you may have to do 400 degrees, 60 seconds, 50 seconds, somewhere in there, or whatever the instructions for that say. But when you're using our paper, no matter what that instruction says for those blanks, everything can be sublimated, just about everything, except for glass, ceramic, slate, acrylic. And then some microfiber towels, if it has too much polyamide, you may have to let it go for just a little bit longer. But pretty much everything else, MDF, metal, fabrics, whether it's satin or all those different things, it's 100% polyester or high polyester count, 365, 30 seconds. That's what we're going to sublimate this at, 365 degrees, 30 seconds. So if you do get some of that Honestly Speaking sublimation paper, it takes a lot of the guesswork out. It takes a lot of the frustrations out, trying to figure out this temp, that temp, this one. It takes all of the guesswork out of that because, like I said, except for glass, ceramic, slate, acrylic, glass, slate, ceramic, acrylic, everything else, 365, 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and get into this. I have already, okay, I'll let you guys decide. Are we going to do sublimation to glitter first, or would you like to see, where did my cup go? Where'd you go? Now, what the hell? Oh, it's right here, staring me right in the face. Or would you like to see the holographic? Which one should we start with first? All right, let me get you guys. All right. It's like I said, someone says 2 lives. Where was that? 2 lives in one day. So because I did go live already and like my @everyone doesn't work, I need you guys' help. I need for you to drop a bunch of hearts. Drop hearts in the chat. Drop peacocks in the chat. I need you guys to share. Make sure that you give the video a like. We need an algorithm boost right now. So drop a bunch of hearts in the chat. If you are ready to see this, bunch of hearts in the chat. Double tap the screen if you're over on TikTok and help the algorithm, because it is like the second time I've gone live today. So it might be suppressing the feed. And then also answer the question, are we going to start with glitter or are we going to do the holographic? Who here, if you're just entering the room, the question on the floor also is, who here is currently doing sublimation? So let us know in the chat. And if you are doing sublimation, have you ever tried mixed media where you are mixing sublimation with rhinestones or with some sort of HTV? It's an emoji. So if you just go to your text, go to your emojis, and you type in peacock, it will come up. It's just an emoji, just like the hearts. I'm not sure if this was a GIF because it doesn't show like on here, or if it was stars. We do, we are monetized. So if you like what you see, you can also always support by sending stars. That helps as well. I do sublimation. So you've done sublimation with HTV on the same media, like on the same blank, on the same substrate. I've done both using your amazing paper, HTV, glitter, and sublimation. Okay. Thank you guys so much for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the peacocks. That is our official mascot. Thank you for the peacocks. I've never tried mixed media. Me and yes, I've done mixed media. Start with holographic. Thank you for the peacock, which is our official mascot. Someone's comment was filtered out. Don't know who it was. All right. And then the other question was, which should we start with? Holographic or glitter? I don't see a lot of responses for the different people that we have watching between the 3 platforms. I want to see a few more. I see a glitter, a holographic, a glitter. That's all that I see. So are we starting with glitter or holographic? Holographic, holographic. A glitter. Over here, we have 1 vote for glitter, 1 vote for holographic. Glitter. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. It's even. Who's going to be the tie break? Right now, it is even. Who's going to be the tie break? Okay, Tanisha was the next comment, so we're going to do holographic first. Okay. It's just like traditional sublimation to start off with. Like nothing's going to be different for this method because we are going to sublimate and we're going to just press on top of the sublimation. Like it's going to tell me exactly where to put my vinyl. So nothing too crazy when it comes to that. I was going to put it in the middle, but I have decided that I want to put this on the end. So I'm going to move this over. I do have to cover up my platen because the threads of this towel will, like, they can get on my heat press and basically strain it. So I do have to put protective sheet down, and you're going to see me put a little piece of parchment paper over the seams or over the threads, because again, it will, if I don't, they could melt and get on my heat press, and I don't want to take the chance. Okay. All right. Traditional sublimation. So I cut this down. Okay. I cut the edges off. You should always cut the edges off of your sublimation prints to ensure that there is no ink on the edges and that doesn't get on your blank. Okay. We don't want ink galore all over our project because we did not trim away the edges. So for that part, we're just gonna, about to put this upside down. I'm gonna put this on here. So I'm just gonna put it a little bit away from the edge of the towel. And like I said, I didn't want to waste a shirt for this demonstration. I will most likely do one a little later on, like on at a later date. But for this one, I'm just going to put it on a towel. Is vinyl ideal on a towel? Not really. But I have done vinyl on a towel before for cruises. But it was always like a soft flock. These are going to be, this holographic is thick and heavy and glitter is rough. Not ideal for a towel, but we're going to make it work. Okay. So no cover sheet is required with Honestly Speaking sublimation paper. So I don't have to put anything over the actual sublimation print. We only need even pressure. We don't have to have heavy pressure. I probably could have given that just a little bit more. I know mine says 0. I was shooting for like right at 0 before it changes to 1. So again, you don't need heavy pressure. You just need even pressure. If your heat press has an issue receiving even pressure, you want to increase it and then maybe let it go for just a little bit longer to make sure all areas have a full 30 seconds of ink. All right, of 30 seconds of heat, not ink. So even though it's going longer, that area where it might not be even pressure, by leaving it, you're making sure that, you know, it gets over 30 seconds of heat, because that is what's needed to get these results. Ooh, there was something on this, but good thing this wasn't really for anyone because it left a little mark. There was paper on this, and so it left a little mark right there. But there's that, 30 seconds. And then we're just going to take the holographic print that is cut to this exact size, and I'm just going to put it over it because sublimation ink binds with the fabric. So you're still pressing this directly to the fabric, okay? And I'm going to cover this up because we do have exposed sublimation ink. So you do have to cover that part up because we're going to do a second press. So I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, I need a little bit more pressure for HTV. So we're going to go ahead and press that. Holographic is a cold peel. So I did a quick tap because I don't want to have too much of, and like I said, I didn't have like enough pressure the first time, so it kind of wrinkled a little bit, but it's a cold peel or cool peel. Actually, it's coming off, so we're good. So we're going to take that off. Okay. Because it's adhesive, it will kind of raise the fibers of the towel. I cannot use this again technically because the print is on there from when I put it down the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of that. I will use a piece of butcher paper instead of parchment paper for this. I'm just going to cover the entire thing to make sure that I'm not introducing any new lines so I can get rid of those lines of demarcation. So I'm going to increase my pressure to one, get rid of lines of demarcation, and because that vinyl, I want it to be smooth. So, ooh, too much pressure probably, but it's okay. And we're going to press out where that adhesive from the vinyl was on this type of material. When I pulled it up, it raised it up. So this will help me flatten that back out. So I can't use this. There is ink on here, but it does not affect my color on my towel. So I have this with the holographic gloves. And because I cut it out, I still have this part is just regular sublimation. So is this. Just to give it some contrast and color. I designed this fully in Silhouette Studio. And we actually, my Creative Lounge students also learned to design this in Challenge 1 of the Design Challenge last week, Wednesday. And we have our second design challenge tomorrow. I love that color. So yeah, there's that. And the sublimation still gives me the shadows because this is just covering the printed part. So that FAMU shirt that I posted, that's all I did. I sublimated, put the vinyl on top. That's the easiest way to do this. Yes, any vinyl will work because you're not... Sublimation isn't changed. Like you're dyeing the fabric. So the same way that you would do for like any HTV, because it's going straight to the fabric. So you can press HTV to it without sublimation. You can press HTV to it with sublimation down because the sublimation doesn't alter the fabrics and it's not putting anything on it that's going to keep it from sticking. That's amazing. Never thought of using vinyl over sublimation. Can't wait to try it with glitter. So with the glitter, it is a slightly different process because if you do a colored glitter, you would do it this way. If you want to sublimate your glitter, it's the way that I'm about to do now. So that's two different things. If it's colored glitter, so if I was to take a pink colored, like it's already pink, and put it on top, I would do it this way. But if I want to sublimate the glitter, we have to do it reversed. We have to put the glitter down first and then do the sublimation print. Okay? So that was pretty cool. I think that deserves a couple more likes on TikTok. I think that deserves a couple more shares before we do the glitter one. Make sure that you guys gave this video a like. I think that deserves some hearts, some thumbs ups in the chat. Or if you have questions, feel free to ask those as well before we go on to the next mixed media. Perfect time to tag a friend if you enjoyed that. It's like, look, she's showing something different. It's not your typical sublimation. Y'all need to get in the room, okay? Everything was still 365. I mean, so I pressed it for a few seconds. Like, you only need really 10 seconds. It's already at 365, which is higher than what you would normally use for holographic. I didn't change anything. Everything, and that's the joy of using Honestly Speaking sublimation paper. You're not at 400. If you were using a sublimation paper where you were at 400, you would have to do your sub print. Go ahead, change your temp so that, and give it some time to drop so that you're not overheating your HTV. But because we're at 365, we don't have to adjust anything. I did everything at 365 degrees. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Don't know if that's a gift or stars, but thank you either way. Can you see it? No problem. It is sublimation with holographic gloves. It's a holographic, it's like a rainbow iridescent, like holographic. So it has some pink tones to it. See, like there, it looks pretty pink. All right. Oh, wow. Really? What did you do? Wow. Okay, so I'm going to use another towel. And we're going to do glitter this time. So it's a slightly different process with using glitter. I do need to, because I increased my pressure, I need to double check this pressure and, take it down. So I'm going to go ahead and decrease my pressure. Still have too much. I need to put some more Loctite on these screws. Okay. So I'm at a 0, which is perfectly fine. Let me see which way this needs to go. I gotta make sure all my fibers are going the same way. Okay, so this way. All right. Oh, I never weeded this. So we're gonna weed. If you have questions while I am weeding this out, feel free to go ahead and ask. Questions about our product, how to order, the cost, questions about our classes, questions about the products that I'm using, feel free to ask. Questions about our classes. So we're just going to weed this like regular old HTV, but this one is completely solid. And I did include the strings on this because the design is going to press, so that awareness ribbon is going to press to this. So that's where that's going to come from. So there's no opening in this. This one is solid. This was cut with my Cameo. I should probably grab my weeding tool. Let's see. Because I don't want anything to really lift up. Yeah, I'm good. And I get out these last two. Didn't need the weeding tool. So I have to know where to place this. So I'm going to use, just to save, like to use up space, I put a tumbler print on here. I'm actually going to make the one that I did as the rag, I'm going to turn it into a tumbler print. There is a breast cancer walk in my area. Is it this weekend? Yeah, I think it is. So I'm going to take it out there and give it away with, you know, our business information and all of that stuff. So I did 2 of them. All right, so I have to know like the general area that this will be in. So we'll say about here. Let's see. I can also kind of sort of like put it up against it. So I want that to be about there. Oh, but you know what? Question is it going to be, it's supposed to be slanted? Now, because this is something that's not technically straight, okay, it's slanted enough to where, hopefully my print doesn't end up looking too crooked. All right, so we have that down. I'm going to take my piece of parchment paper and we're going to press this for, this is HTV, so I do need a little bit more. We're going to press this for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to, ooh, wait a minute. All right, guess it needs a little bit more, or at least to cool down a little bit. It did lift up. This isn't like a flat surface like a shirt, so I guess it needs a little bit more cooling to attach to these fibers. So I don't want to pull it because I don't want to stretch it out of place. While that is cooling, what I will do is cut down my print. I need registration areas that's going to line up. So I need it to be around the gloves because that's the only thing that I have. If I was doing a full glitter one, I could make it anywhere, but I only have the gloves. So I have to kind of create some registration areas around the glove. I don't want it to take away my shadow, so I have to make sure that I'm making these cuts where there is no shadow. If I was doing a lot of these, I definitely would have used my print and cut feature. But just to do one of these, it's not necessary. I can just manually cut it. I'm pretty good with scissors. So I like hand cutting. All right, so I did that spot and I'm going to do the top of the ribbon here because it's an easier spot to get to. And this is why I probably should have done print and cut, because most of the areas that don't have the shadow are internal pieces, and it's a little bit harder. Now, I could put this on my desk and get those areas with an X-Acto knife, but I'm going to try and get it with just the, I can't see, this pink is so light, I don't want to cut into it. With just the areas that I cut, nope, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll bring it over here. I'm gonna cut out a few more areas. And just one here on the corner. All right. Got me a few registration areas. So I should be able to remove this now. Now this is white on white. That's why I said, let me do a few more areas. This is going to be a little bit harder to see because it is white on white. Okay. So, oh Jesus. It's going to be very hard to see. Okay. Sheesh. All right. Let me start with this area, because then everything else will be like in the general area. Yes. 1 second, sir. Okay, that's lined up. Hold on, son. Okay, I'm going to take a... Okay, give me a second. We're going to take your bath. And just give me a moment. Okay, buddy, give me a second. And this is a little bit harder because it is white on white. Okay, but that's perfect right there. I'm going to slide this over to make sure that it... I mean, this one I don't think melted because it didn't stick to it. So I'm going to go ahead and just press and pray that I don't get white on my... I don't need all that extra pressure. Oh, I forgot to tape it down. Lord Jesus. Because I hear the little one in there because it's time for him to take a bath. He wants me to give him a bath. And I just realized I forgot to tape that down. So it is probably off. Oh, the little person distracted me. I did not tape that print down like to make sure it stayed in place. So whether or not this lines up, I don't know. Because as it's coming down, it could have shifted. Oh, I hear him in there crying because he wants me to give him a bath. And it just so distracted me. Let's pray. It didn't move. And it's a little bit crooked, but it is spot on. So it is a little bit crooked, which I said that I'm like, I wasn't sure if that was positioned correctly, but there's that. And I'm going to get rid of the lines of demarcation from where all of like the sublimation paper was. We're going to put this over top. We're going to increase our pressure and let that go for a few seconds. And I got to get out of here. The little one is upset. Lines of demarcation gone. And let's see, how well did this? Ooh, it lined up perfectly. Oh, damn. Oh. Oh. I'm not saying perfect. I mean perfect. So there is our shimmer and shine gloves. Like, look at how perfect it is. Yes, buddy, I'm almost finished. I'm coming. Look at, and it looks like it's popping off because of the glitter HTV. Look at that shimmer and shine. And it lined up perfectly. It's a little crooked because I didn't take my time to put the HTV down correctly, but still very, very nice. Thank you, Vaughn. So there is the glitter one. And the holographic one. I don't recall. I've had these for a while. I don't recall how big the towel is. I want to purchase a cameo, but not sure if I want the 4 or the 5. I mean, I would probably go with the 4. I mean, unless like you feel like you might need that repeat job, and then you'll go with the 5, but the 4 is fine. There's nothing like super, super great or special about the 5 over the 4, other than the fact that they brought back the repeat job. Thank you. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you. You can watch the playback of this one. I did the sublimation first and then just put the holographic HTV on top. So we did that one first. You can watch the playback of this. Thank you. So one last look, because the little one is in there definitely going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Here is the towel with the holographic. Sublimation done first, holographic added on just directly over the sublimation print, because you can see the shadow from it with the pink from there is still in here. The ribbon is still sublimation. And this one is a solid, and what is these things called? The strings on here, because I wanted them to remain pink. They are just sublimation, but on this one, the gloves, like the entire gloves and the strings are all glitter HTV. With sublimation. So this is HTV first, sublimation second, sublimation first, HTV second. All right, I gotta go. The little one is crying for me. Until next time, guys, have a great, well, also make sure you visit our website, shop.hsink365.com. For the sublimation paper and ink. Get it before it's gone. The end of the year, it's going to go into exclusive access only exclusive access only at the starting in 2025. And you can, if you want to learn Silhouette Studio, we do have, it's the same code from earlier today. So if you use SpongeBob as the code, you will get 50% off of our Essentials of Silhouette Studio. The link for it will be in the description of this video. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.